Booker. Please give it up for Duan Booker. Give it up for Duan.
Well, I guess it's only 4 people in here tonight, so you guys care if I practice some storytelling?
Let's
You know what I mean? I'm just going to be real. I hate cancel culture, just what you guys have allowed it to be. I'm a believer that some of you guys need to be bullied. I'm not going to point anybody out on a prison rape story that I just heard. I'm just saying. I think back in 4th grade, I got called an ashy East African booty scratcher. Some old school terminology. And I just remember, by Martika Jones to be specific, it was a traumatizing day for me. And so I'm just appreciative of it though. I'm not ashy anymore. I'm a moisturized man. But I'm just thinking like if you're a man and a woman criticizes you, she either like elevates you with her words or her actions, right? And if you stink, go take a shower, cut your fingernails. I would say if anything, just start to be better, right? And so my wife did this to me just with crying. And it wasn't like a regular cry. It was like, I don't yell at her or beat her. We're not like Catholic or anything like that. But it was like a postpartum depression cry. And so if you haven't dealt with like postpartum depression, that's like a different beast altogether. You know what I mean? And so it was, 3 years ago, I really matured as a man. And so my daughter has like her first blowout. And if you haven't experienced a blowout, because you're thinking about hippos, it's essentially go to White Castle's and then go poop on your favorite Nike shorts. It's the same texture and smell, I promise. And so my daughter has this extreme blowout. I clean her up, I walk by the bathroom, and then I hear my wife crying, like this uncontrollable sob. And it's I don't know, it's really sad, just probably because it was a quiet cry, right? And I'm like, dang, I felt like a powerless man, because I didn't really do any research on it, right? It was just like a first time going through this epidemic, and I realized right then and there that men and women are hardwired differently. Because she walked out of the bathroom half naked, and I instantly got horny. I had this R. Kelly complex going on, where my mind was telling me no, but my body, my body was like, how long is 6 weeks really? You know what I mean? I had a hammer that Thor couldn't pick up. And so it was crazy because my daughter had just pooped on me, so it was really like the R. Kelly Chocolate Factory album. You know what I mean? It's just it was a whole situation. And so as a man, I was like, you know what? My wife will never go through this again. So 2.5 years later, we have twins. It's just January. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. And if you haven't had twins yet, I don't know if I recommend it. You're just in it. So we have twins. In the first 3 months, it was like Navy SEAL diaper training. We don't sleep. We don't eat. We're just trying to stay awake watching anime at night. That's just what we do. And so this is probably 3 a.m., March 25th. We're 3 months in. I got my baby like this. I got my phone like this. I don't know if you guys watch anime, but Naruto, he's always on those swings. And I just believe that if I can get through that filler of Naruto, I can get through this part of my life. And so I'm listening to the sadness and the sorrow, and I'm just I got a towel of baskets underneath me just in case I drop the baby. They'll land in towels because I plan on being a good parent, but everybody messes up. And so I look over to my wife who's watching Grey's Anatomy, and she's laying in bed breastfeeding my son. It looks like a first world National Geographic pose. And I'm like, okay, hey, how are you doing right now with postpartum? How are you feeling? How's it been? And she's like, we're in the suck together? So it's like we're together. And I powered up like Static Shock. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? And then she had the audacity to walk by me naked. And once again, my horniness kicked in. You know what I mean? And so I proceeded to put my baby down on the towels because it was the closest thing near me. And I realized I did a gentle dry, so it was fine. And so I put the babies down, and I follow her into the bathroom thinking, all right, I'm about to lay it down. And then she goes, ugh. And I don't know if you ever had a woman go, right? Or like a black woman who mushes you or gives you that sign. And I'm way too familiar with it. But she's like pointing. I look down, and my son had proceeded to have another blowout on me. This time it smells like the remix to Ignition. So once again, I don't know if this R. Kelly theme came out, but it was like a live edition of the Chocolate Factory album. But hey, I appreciate this intimate moment with my 6 people. Thank you for the time.
Yeah.
Woo. One more time for Duan Booker, everybody. Give it up for Duan. Our last comic of the evening, we have